Did you do some emotional work and mental work? And, like what else did you change in your life?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually just thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just like this pie of things you need to discover in your life. And when you're faced with an illness, that's life threatening, you survey many aspects of your life: your diet, your mental landscape, your personal relationships, your work relationship. All these stresses create this, this energy in your body and your mind that, if you're not addressing it, I think it creates cancer. It puts you in a bad place and it makes you susceptible. So like when I was battling this, I'm like, what am I doing in my life emotionally, or what baggage am I hanging on to, that I am not dealing with? And I'm like, and I realized I had a crappy childhood. I had a lot of bad things happen to me, and I just shrugged it off. I'm like, I'll just get through it. And I addressed that, I mean,
How did you address it? Was it through forgiveness and?
yeah, forgiveness. I just think I actually gave it the time and thought, and, with a clear head, instead of like self-medicating, drinking, or doing something like that, just to combat it. I did it with a clear mind, and I was like, I really soul searched, and, I found my God, and, I focused on the things I was blessed and thankful for, as opposed to being angry about it and just letting it go, and it's like, that was huge for me. And I mean, I had a ton of support with Amanda, my friends back in LA, here locally in Vegas, where I live now. I mean, my coworkers, it just like the complete strangers were coming out of the woodwork. I think my grandmother had me on like 10 prayer lists, for churches back in Louisiana. So I'm like,
Grandmas are good like that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was really blessed. And I mean, people were just reaching out to me and this giving me their, just sending me their good energy. So I was like, that was something I still, gets me emotional to this day. And I'm like, so I had a lot of good synergy coming my way and a lot of love. So it helped me get through those dark days, because there's a lot of dark days when you're like, man, I'm just getting my life together. I just found the woman of my dreams. I'm in love. I want to have a family with her. I'm like, all that was stripped away. My job I loved, it was like gone. Everything was gone. I'm like, and I was just sitting at home having to think about it. I'm like, what can I do to beat this? And I'm like, I need to get my act together. I need to get my diet right. I need, to control my emotions and be a better person. And like, I just took all that was given to me and internalized it and, just moved forward from there. And luckily, a lot of miracles happened along the way with my surgeons, like put me back together. I had to go through an ileostomy, they had to reset my colon after just getting blasted by radiation. They're like, dude, if this doesn't work, you're not going to colostomy bag for the rest of your life. And I'm like, I trust you guys. You've been in there a couple of times already, and like, let's do it. And they're like, all right, man. Even I was on the table, and they're like, you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, I trust you guys. And that went down, and that was a huge day. And so yeah, so mental, diet, relationships, emotional baggage. You just got to find peace with all those things and, walk the line. And then you can start healing within, be it nutrients, emotional, financial helps too. If you're stressed out about money, I'm like, that's a cancer in itself. So like, it's a lot of things need to come together. I mean, and not everybody's that privileged or lucky enough, and like when I talk to people that are like, hey, what did you do? I mean, I say the same sentiment to them. Like, you need to find all these things and have peace with it and do the best way you can to, calm yourself, find a center, and just focus on the little hurdles it takes to, beat the illness that you're faced with. And
I couldn't agree more. I mean, something I found myself saying a lot is that, you've got to identify every disease-causing factor in your life, right? You have to just really take a step back, look in the mirror, and sort of spread your life out on the table and be honest, right, about who you are and how you're living and your past, and then sort through it, right? And eliminate the stuff that is not serving you and amplify the things that are, right? Replace the disease promoters with health promoters. Thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, why not subscribe? Here's a link to do that. And if you'd like to watch the full interview, you can find it at chrisbeatcancer.com. There's a link to it in the description right below this video.